Good morning, Rhonda.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine.
Okay, so it looks like it's just you and me on the call today. So this call will be recorded for anybody who wants to listen tonight. So what I had done for today's call was to prepare a bunch of questions. So I was hoping to have more people on here to brainstorm together. So really it's going to be you and I brainstorming at this point, unless somebody logs on. So what
Okay.
I wanted to focus on, ironically, is team engagement. That, I think one of the best attributes Isogenics has is the team culture and the one team philosophy. And they have it as a team culture. And Cindy Walter, who we're all umbrellaed under, goes Cindy, Lisa, us, you all. She also has that great culture of what can I do to help you? I'm here, I'm serving you. And I want to make sure that we as leaders are carrying that same culture that Jim and Kathy are carrying and that Cindy's carrying, and that we're engaging with all of our team. So my first question is, how are some ideas we can get our teams all across the country? Because we are spread out in multiple states just within our team. Prime example, you're in West Virginia, I'm in Chicago. How can we get more team involvement, do you think?
That's a good question, and I keep asking myself that same question. I do think the virtual events has helped a little with that.
I agree.
I really like that.
So which virtual events specifically? Like, are you going back and watching Cindy's group coaching calls? Are you talking the Opportunity Facebook virtual events? Are you talking March to Madness? Like, which virtual events are you thinking really helps?
The opportunity events
So
that we,
those
as a
Facebook
team.
where we can invite prospects in and we as a team lead the Facebook virtual event.
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen that personally benefit your team?
Excuse me?
Have you seen that personally benefit your team, the virtual event?
No. Other than there is some interest going, but I don't think there's been any enrollments.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you to
That.
reframe that because I do think it has impacted your team because you've gotten involved with it. Your team has jumped on board. That your daughter-in-law spoke for us last event. Lita has jumped on board with it. Sheila's doing it this month. That I actually,
Yay.
even though you haven't seen the exact correct correlation from enrollments, I think you're doing that with your team involvement is they're jumping on board. In fact, I actually wanted to ask you, so I was scrolling through my phone yesterday and I came across, I'll see if I can find the picture and even pull it up on the screen to show it off to everybody, even though you can't see it. It's a picture you sent me almost a year ago, a little over a year ago. Do you know what picture I'm going to be pulling up?
Was it our team meeting?
No, it was you sending me a picture where you had only lost 4 pounds, but the difference of your body composition of what 4 pounds looks like is fantastic. And so I literally was scrolling through and came across that picture and went, oh, I should feature that again. That was a great transformation picture. So those of you who are looking, this is Rhonda with only a 4 pound difference. And I think so just so you know, you're going to be my transformation coming up on, I think it's Thursday. It's either Wednesday or Thursday, but I think it's Thursday of this week. And I will go back and tag you on it. But I would like
Cool.
you to post, like you've posted you and Brett and healthy aging for a past transformation. I'd like you to write another transformation specifically speaking about a 4 pound difference and that your body feels different, your energy feels different. It's not about the scale. So I was going to actually call you separately to ask if you'd be willing to do that. But I think you have had success because you're having team engagement. And, we all know that consistency and just keep moving forward, the enrollments will follow. And I think that's the important piece to remember. So I do think you've had success with it, that I just want to help you reframe that mindset.
Yes, and that's a good way of thinking of it.
Okay, so are you in for writing another post talking about the 4 pound difference?
For March the 8th?
Yeah.
Sure, I can do that.
Okay. And if you need help writing it, let me know. We can do that as well.
Okay.
So, any other ideas for team engagements or opportunities where we can work together as one team?
Yeah, I'm not real sure.
Okay. So I wrote down some notes, and the first thing that came to my mind is because we are operating as one team, and I'm going to umbrella this under Cindy for the moment, there's a lot of great opportunities that I don't know if everybody is taking advantage of. So, for example, we got this idea of the virtual events. I got it off of Ann Barante, who got it off of another leader at NYKO. So that wasn't my brainchild. That came within Cindy's team of hearing about it on a mastermind call. So kudos, we jumped on that because I do think it's a great tool, especially because I like the dynamics that it's our team. So there's a little more energy, personalization, and connectiveness in there. But along with that, we have these group coaching calls. And I get that some people work during the day or an appointment comes up and you can't make it, that I truly hope people are going back and watching the videos of these because I want us to help each other. I want this to be an empowering and brainstorming and encouraging group that we're doing it collectively. So I love having you on our calls. I'd love to have even more people on these calls. And so if you do go back and watch the recording, please comment. Tell us what you get out of the group. Let me know you've watched it because I think that's important to see. Yeah, I can't come because I work during the days, and I'll use Lita as an example, that your girl Lita is at the school during the days, but she could come back at night and watch these and be like, oh, I love this from your group coaching call. And the
Right.
same thing with Cindy's calls. So mine are always going to be Mondays at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, or 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Cindy's are always going to be Monday nights, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So for you guys out east, it's 9 p.m. This is a fantastic opportunity, especially for people who work during the days. And Cindy's going to a lot of work right now where what she's doing for her group coaching calls is she's reaching out to leaders that are just crushing it, these millionaires that are, ranked above her, or other dynamic leaders that she has really linked arms with, and they're trading calls with each other. So her Monday night calls are interviews. And I don't know if anybody out there has watched them, but they've been unbelievable. Randy and I have pages of notes off of each of them. And some of the stuff is repeat, but it's always great to hear it again. And typically you'll get one or two great nuggets off of those calls. And I'm looking to see if I have my notes handy, which I don't right now. I don't know where I put the page. But something as simple as last week's call, the nugget that I got, and I can't even remember the name of the person who was talking, which I'm sorry.
Yeah, I watched that one. It was a woman with, I can't remember her name either, but I did watch that one.
So before I tell you what I took away from it, what was a nugget, a piece that you got from that one?
Just how to connect with people, and then bring them in and talk to them. I liked some of her connecting ideas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And truly, that's what this business is about. We're never going to get anybody or to sell anybody.
Right.
It's about connecting and authenticity and having a servant's heart to help people. So my thing I got out of it, and it's one of those so simple tweaks, is, we always try and engage with people and get them onto our Facebook pages so that they can watch our journey. We can create that curiosity, and then they can reach out and ask us for help. Something as simple as putting on your signature line of your email, and I'm going to pull mine up because I took it word for word from her, is below my signature, I have my phone number. And after my phone number, I put, I'd love to keep in touch. Feel free to connect with me on Facebook. And then I copy and pasted my Facebook URL. And then I personally have my picture under there so that they can put a name with a face. But think about not necessarily junk mail, but you're on a school committee, or you're involved with other parents or neighborhoods or coworkers, and you send an email to somebody. Maybe they aren't connected with you on Facebook. Maybe they've seen your journey and they're like, I so want to secretly stalk her and see what's going on, because that's what we jokingly call people who watch us and don't comment. That how many new connections could we get with that one liner on our signature line of the email? And I'm going to take it one step further. If you're not promoting Isogenics or a health and wellness system in your life on your voicemail, I learned that with my previous business, that you don't have to directly call it out as Isogenics, but put how you'd love to help people feel their best, or you'd love to partner with people on their new health journey. Put something on there so they know what you're doing. How do they know what you're doing if you don't tell them? So, little tweaks like that, those are nuggets that I get off these interviews that Cindy's doing. And so she's interviewed Rod Harrison from Healthy Mind and Body. She's interviewed Erin Harrison, who's an ISA body champion. She's, interviewed other ISA millionaires. I don't think we're ever too old or too seasoned to learn and to grow and to get new nuggets. And especially because Facebook is always changing. The social dynamics of our environment are always changing. Why not learn from the people who are doing it right? So I really encourage people, again, hopefully you're watching this, and feel free, Rhonda, to tag any of your team on this, like, hey, watch this group coaching call that Jody and I did together. You're welcome to do that. But I really hope we can get people on mine and or Cindy's. And if it's a thing where you prefer Cindy's format, or her time works better, or you're really into these interviews, I don't take to offense. I just want to make sure you're getting the support, empowerment, encouragement, and learning that you need. And as one team, we can all do this together. So that was one. The virtual events we just covered was the second. Another thing in that working under the umbrella of one team is Lori Olson, who's also under Cindy in her downline. She's under Lisa. She and Dawn Bosanko and Allie Lindstrom came up with the idea of this March to Madness. And apparently, Lori has run this March to Madness with her team a couple times in the past and has had great success with it. So she brought it to Cindy, and she's willing to share it with the whole team. And the March to Madness started today. And so if people want in that, and I believe that we as leaders, we should be doing it. Like I just said, we've never learned too much, or we always want to model and do what we're asking our team to do as well. And so in the March to Madness, every Monday, Lori is going to have a Zoom call. And I don't know how long they are, say 10, 15 minutes of a Zoom call. At the end of the Zoom call, she's going to have a call to action. And she wants you to do those actions within a couple days. Once a week, every Monday, she's going to do these calls. And I upped the ante, and I don't know how many people saw it, missed it, but for anybody who decides to get into March to Madness, logs on in the calls, does the action, and I believe you have to comment that you've completed your action for the week, and we need to see the comments that you've completed your action for the week, we're actually going to give away a canister of mocha. Like, this is how important I think it is for us to get engaged in these opportunities. It's not all of us having to do this separately and train people to become consultants or managers. This is group effort, which makes it simpler, time-saving, more encouraging in a group atmosphere. So Randy and I are both in March to Manager. I know there's a couple people who've already messaged me, yeah, put me in March to Manager, that it starts today and runs for 4 weeks. And my hope is that you make to Manager, but if you don't, what's the worst that's going to happen except you're getting new training and your business is hopefully going to grow. So that starts today. I know both you and I do team meetings. And so again, we put the effort out there. I would love to see huge attendance at team meetings, but I think even if we get 2 or 3 people, Rhonda, it's worth it. It is that linking arms. It's really helping and empowering people and meeting them where they are. And so our team meeting, I just set the date this morning, is a week from tomorrow, March 6th. And the topic we're going to cover is weight plateaus and kids with isogenics. So have you
good topics.
Yeah, thank you. Knowing you do them regularly, have you set up your next team meeting?
I have not set up the next one.
Okay. So when you do, feel free to put it on our page, because you have a lot of local peeps in West Virginia. And I want to give a kudos to all you West Virginians out there, because you get people that will drive 60, 90, 120 minutes, 2 hours to come to a meeting. I get pretty spoiled that a lot of our team is within 15 to 30 minutes drive from us. And in fact, I have a dozen within my subdivision. So, I really give kudos to you guys because you guys have to make an even bigger effort to get to events. So kudos to you guys for that.
Thank you.
Another one is events that Isogenics sponsor. So coming back to that one team philosophy, I know you're not coming out for a road trip as much as I would love it, but is doing a one-day event here on March 18th, which is a Sunday, and it is from 10 to 5. And anybody who doesn't know who Eric Worre is, he is the guru in network marketing, the professional speaker for the whole network marketing industry. And he has a book called GoPro. If you haven't read it, it's always my number one advice or suggested book to pick up and read. It's a quick, easy read. But it is about being comfortable and believing in being a professional network marketer. So Lisa Maciel's coming into town. Randy and I are already registered. I'm not sure who else is going to register, but any of my local people, if you're watching this recording, please, please, please comment that you're going to be joining us so we can know who's out there with us. And I've never seen him live. Randy's seen him live, says he's fantastic. So I actually can't wait to see him live because I've listened to his podcast for years. And then Celebration. Celebration is Nashville, which is that drivable for you, Rhonda?
Yes, but it's pretty far. Like it's probably at least 12 hours.
Okay, so more doable flying. So for us, it's, I think, a 7 to 8 hour drive. So to me, I think it opens the window for the Midwest people of you could drive there, you could fly there. It is a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Core 4 events are the pillars of our business. And I was watching an event, or I was listening to Eric Worre. So those of you who don't know who Eric Worre is, Jill posted an Eric Worre video yesterday on Shooting Stars where Eric Worre, is interviewing the Vavras. And I knew part of their story, but part of their story I didn't know. And it was a great interview from the Vavras. And one of the comments that Emily makes is she actually thanks Eric for when she went to one of Eric's first events. She said that he made the comment to her about the number of butts in the seats is a direct correlation to the number of your income. And I know in my past business, the phrase we used to use is those who show up, go up. So it is coming back to that, staying engaged as a team, learn together, create that belief and excitement together, and link arms together. And it's working smarter, not harder, in my opinion. And Randy, you know the dollar amount. You also heard somebody, I think it was David T.S. Wood, that for every, or Chris Harder or somebody, for every seat or every person, team member that joins you represents
$1,000 annually.
$1,000 annually in your business.
Oh, wow.
So, I think the writing's on the wall. This isn't us coming up with these facts and figures. These are the professionals telling us it makes a difference to show up. And so, kind of plugging all Core 4 events, even before Celebration, which is in August, there is a UIA, which is University in Action, in May. I believe it's May 18th, 19th, and 20th. That's in Dallas. I had the fortune to go to UIA last fall, and it ended up being my favorite event ever of all Core 4 events, which kind of surprised me. And Randy stayed home and held down the fort. This time he's going to go. So he is making the effort to fly to Dallas and do UIA in May. And then both of us are going to Celebration, which is August 5th, 6th, and 7th. So I do want to put the plug out for events because there's no better way to build your belief, link arms, and grow together. So, and again, it comes back to that modeling. I'm not asking people to do anything I'm not currently doing. And so I think that is huge. Is there anything else you can think about as far as team engagement?
Yeah, that pretty much covers it.
Okay. The only last thing I have written down are team challenges. And I'll just call it right out. Sometimes people need a little push to get involved. And so I'm okay with bribing. I'll just call it like it is. And so we do have team challenges. For instance, this March to Manager. My kids and my husband love mocha. Now, I don't do anything coffee, so mocha does nothing for me. Chocolate mint is speaking my language. But I don't have to give up a $40 canister of product. My kids would love it. Zach would love it for me to send him to Baylor. But we are willing to invest in the team and say, hey, participate in this group training. I personally can't wait to see how Lori trains. I've never seen Lori train. So I want to learn from her as a leader, that if we're willing to give a canister of mocha, I think that should hopefully speak to the importance of participating in this event. Over the weekend, I did a quick 3-day challenge, and I just did one post about it because I really wanted to see who was watching it. And the challenge was to listen to a 13-minute podcast by Chris Harder. Many of you know I'm infatuated with Chris Harder, that he has a podcast called For the Love of Money. And it was entitled, Do You Want to Know the Secret to Success? Now, I get that we're all busy. We all have lives. We all have things going on. But really, 13 minutes, that could be while you're in the shower. That could be on a drive. That could be while you're working out. That could be while you're vacuuming. Like 13 minutes. And the challenge was to listen to the episode and put which of the 6 areas you need to give more attention to. And I'll announce it here. Kudos to Shelley Walsh. She wins because she was the only one who participated in the challenge.
Yay, so, Shelley.
Yay, Shelley. And I don't want to belittle people, and I don't want to guilt people, but it is part of that team engagement of, we can supply the tools, we can supply the opportunities, but we can't do the work for people. And so, we just want to encourage people, and that to me is a way of encouragement of, hey, we'll give away a prize for this. We did one last week, and gosh, I can't even remember the incentive now, but the prize was sleep spray, and Melanie Ethan won. Yay, Melanie. And I had never met her before. Ironically, she lives 2 miles from me, and I didn't realize she lives that close to me. And so it gave me to go meet her. And so it was so exciting just to go meet her because I haven't met her yet. So I really want to encourage team incentives, whether it's something put out by corporate with free enrollments, whether it's an incentive Cindy offers, whether it's something Lisa or we offer. We're out there doing this with you, for you, to try and help and motivate and encourage and train you. That there's always a purpose to our prize. We're never going to give away a prize without a purpose. So clearly, I'm working on mindset with the Chris Harder podcast, or I'm working on actions to grow your business with March to Manager. So just know, we're never going to give away a prize to give a prize. We're giving away intentionality is really what we're giving away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And my quote that I have on my goal board, that is my mantra for the year, that I just want to remind everybody, what you focus on, you find. So if you want to grow your business, take those action steps to get what you're trying to accomplish. So that's kind of all I had. Is there anything you wanted to add? Any questions, any encouragement, any sticky points that you want to talk about?
No, you did a great job in covering all of that.
Well, thank you. And, I don't want it to come across that I'm the end all be all or know all, but that is why I'm logging on to Lori's training and to Cindy's calls, is I want to learn from people. So I just hope everybody's hungry to learn. And then really, we are here to serve you. So whatever we can do, don't be out there struggling or lost or frustrated. Let us know. Let us come alongside you and help you.
Ditto that.
Okay, and you're doing a great job, and I love that you have jumped on board with these Facebook events, the virtual events, because like I said, you're doing the fruition's going to come, so just keep doing it.
Thank you.
All right, have a great day, my friend, and we will chat later.
All right, you too. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Rhonda.
Bye. Bye-bye.